Willie D Live.
What can you tell us about Minnie Riperton that we haven't heard publicly? Like about her, like what type of person was she privately?
She was just a loving person. I mean, she was, it was Clarice, Elaine, and Sharon were her three sisters. She had two brothers, Ronnie and Rip, and she was the youngest. And it was just she was a kind person. She was just sweet. It's just like when you see Maya Rudolph. That's just Minnie's daughter.
Yeah,
That she's the same. When Minnie died, Maya was 6. You know, and that was tough. Like I said, that night that I heard it on the radio, I couldn't believe it because I had seen her a few months before, and she said she was, in remission and what have you. And but she was such a loving, kind person, and we would babysit her sister's kids at times, her and I, and so it was a
y'all
special
was
person.
babysitting, man, or was y'all like letting the baby watch themselves while y'all went in another room?
No, 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 no. Yeah, no, is the
Yeah,
one thing. It's that's the unique thing about myself growing up and the values that I was taught
yeah.
and how to conduct myself.
Ah,
You know,
okay.
and see, so it was a thing. Yeah, I was young like any other young guy. You have the ideas and thoughts and what have you, but there's values, a value
Yeah.
system. You got to be strong and maintain. And I was fortunate enough to be able to kind of conduct myself in that way at such a young age.
Give us one of those. Give us a nugget, like one of those most memorable stories about Minnie. As you can
Mm.
tell, I'm really fascinated
Yeah,
about Minnie Riperton. I really love Minnie Riperton.
yeah. Well, it's let me see. It's God. There's so many different things that we had experienced together, but I guess just being at the studio. Because when I visualize what that neighborhood used to look like now, Chess Records is a blues museum, and they do live performance. Sometimes I host during the summer, every Thursday, but they have live blues right next door to the museum. And so when uh, when Minnie first moved, got her own place, because I was living with my parents on Chicago, on Michigan Avenue, on the South Side, and her manager got her an apartment on 83rd Street, on South Side Chicago, and to see her manage her own apartment and so on and so forth, and to become the lady that she became. And then time went on, of course, when she met Richard. For me, just watching her develop into the lady that she developed in, and then when she had cancer and how she handled it, because she was the first woman to ever talk about cancer on television. And I think it was Flip Wilson that was hosting the Johnny Carson show this particular night, and he had Minnie on, and she brought the audience to silence when she started talking about her battle with cancer. And so they showed the strength that she had to do that, and that's when I think it was Jimmy Carter, or whatever president that they honored her. Uh, or was it Reagan? I think it was Reagan, maybe, that honored her for bringing up the subject, such a subject that was so hidden and kept inside. And that's when, because of her, the National Cancer Society really started the major campaigns because it was going on all along, but they would keep it under the cover, system. So I would say the strength she had to be the spokesperson to create the movement for the Cancer Society. I would say, because I don't think they even talked about it before she brought it up.